buddy. Are we taking the dump truck to school? Yeah? Did we just filled up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're taking the dump truck to school. Is that cool or what? Yeah? Hello guys and welcome back. We're on our way in to do a road job today. We got our first load on the truck right now. Probably looking at 4 or 5 loads of type 2 to get this job taken care of. And I can't get up to the top of the hill. I really don't think so. I might try it, I might not. The road is like crazy. It's crazy. I think it's like 13 or 14 degrees. So that's like crazy percent. I'm pretty sure that's what it was in my truck when I was there and looked at it. So I don't think I can get up the hill. So the skid steer, Trevor's got the skid steer. He's on site right now. We got a bit of a drive to get in there. We're hauling from like exit 8 quarry, and we're going to Ingramsport exit. Trevor fixed up the road yesterday, ditched it, whatnot. Now we got to put some type 2 down. So I've got my first load on right now. I left the quarry back there at like 9:21. So I'll have to see how long of a round trip it is. It'd be great to have 2 trucks hauling. It looks like I will probably have to dump at the bottom of the hill, and then Trevor will have to use the skid steer to get it to the top. So it'll take a little bit of time because of that. But anyway, we'll see what we're into. Yeah, I had my co-pilot with me this morning. Dropped him off at daycare for the first time in the dump truck. He was pretty excited about that. That's for sure. Anyway, let's see what we can get done here. All right, so here we are. Trevor's smoothing some stuff out. Man, that gets deep. I don't know. I might see if I can do something with it. I got the full lockers on this thing, so I don't know. Who knows? Okay, well, we're gonna see what happens here anyway. Back her up as far as I can go. I got my full locks on, so wherever it goes, it goes. Good solid road. It's just that all the gravel's gone, and it's just down to that. It's just down to like big rocks that are loose. And right about here is where it's going to start getting really steep. That right there is gonna be it. Alright, well, we got that job done yesterday. I wasn't really able to record a whole lot, and it was the same thing over and over again. Right now we're on a different job, fixing up another road. We got a lot of ditching to do, and then we got a couple culverts to put in, some new gravel to put down, some gabion to put in, all that sort of stuff, just to prevent this road from sort of washing out again. They just didn't have adequate ditching and stuff like that when the road was built. So you get heavy rains, which we've had all summer, and it just continues to get worse and worse. So we're starting from the back, working our way down. We're not going to be getting down to putting any of the crusher dust on top of the road in this week, because we're getting a bunch of rain this weekend with Hurricane Lee, and I don't want to risk having to redo it all over again. So first things first, I got a really good heavy load of clay and topsoil on right now from the ditch, and go dump this off and get another load. All right, so back getting my second load now. You can see the ditch just it's not wide enough. instead of cutting out at the bank, it's cutting out the road. So we're widening it out quite a bit and putting the bulge, or like the low spot, whatever, the water path back away from the road, the lowest point. This will definitely help do the trick. We got a long ways down the ditch, that's for sure. Once we get down past this first section here, we can take most of this stuff and just put over here and spread out. It's not going to hurt anything. It'll end up growing up in another year or 2 years anyway. You'd never even know. But on this side right now there is a ditch, so we can't fill that ditch full. But once we get down this way, we can sort of do that. But then down at the bottom of the hill, around the turn, there's nowhere to put it, so we'll have to get hauled out. Both sides of the road got to get ditched down there, so that stuff will have to get hauled out. So it would definitely be nice to have 2 trucks going on this for sure. But Sterling is still not done yet, so we're waiting on that. So 1 truck is what we have right now. Yeah, you can see how on the check dams, instead of going around the backside or flowing through it, it's coming across the front side. It's taking the road out. The whole ditch the whole way down. I mean, most of that ditch is created by water surge. And then the culvert, they don't have any gauge or nothing in front of it or on the shoulder, so it's just filling full of silt and getting plugged off half the time. You can tell that it's actually going over the dam in a few spots. But every single check dam on the way down, the shoulders have eaten away. This one's really bad. And you can see how deep the water gouge is getting. And it's just the shoulders just falling in. You got to get that back in order for this to, to work the way it's supposed to. Yeah, every single check dam is like that. And then there is a culvert here that it's basically filled, because again, there's no gauging or nothing dumped in front of it to keep the silt out of it. So on that side, there's quite a bit to do there. This here, again, this is all filled in. We gotta clean that out nice, put a lot of gauging in there, fill it back up. The end here, they didn't put any rock or nothing on the end, so it's just eating away. Really, that culvert should be a bit deeper. And then coming down here, this ditch is not bad, just got to be cleaned out a little bit. Sort of clean the one out on this side a little bit. We want to make it so that this doesn't continue to happen. There's no ditch at all here on this side. I'm gonna do a runoff. I'm gonna do a runoff over on that side to get the water away. All the silt built up on this side right here, the shoulder. You can see the shoulder is basically right up to the same height as the road. So it does need to be a bit of ditch in there. It's just a big hill. So like, you got to think, we're getting more and more of these rain events all the time. So you got to be really good with your ditching, that's for sure. Well, working our way down the hill. This will be the 3rd load to come out. But we got some leveled off on the other side over here, but it looks good. Definitely quite a difference from what they had originally had. I mean, obviously I have the advantage of coming in behind and seeing what took place and knowing what happens, but this is the size ditch that I would have been going with from the get-go for sure. Because I mean, there's a lot of the depth of this ditch is just from water washing it down. So the ditch wasn't even this deep to begin with. So that tells you that it was definitely pretty shallow and not very wide to begin with, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll get her. We'll get this part and then move on down the hill and tackle that stuff down there. A lot of the water is not water that's coming down from the hill. Like a lot of it is and catches and accumulates, but a lot of it is what comes off this hill. And that goes up there a long way. So you get a heavy rain and the water comes coming down, and it's not deep enough. This is exactly what is going to happen, is what happened. Up here is not bad, but it gets way worse as the water picks up speed heading down that way. Well folks, it's the next day. We're still going at it. Further down the hill now. We're down at the bottom of the hill, sort of at the start of past the pastures and all that. And this is an area of concern here. There may have been a ditch here at one point, I don't know, but I don't really think. It doesn't really look like it, but we're gonna clean all the roots and stuff out. We've got the culvert cleaned out, so the water's flowing now. It wasn't flowing nearly like that when we first got here. Trevor's been working on the hill for a while. I had to go out and fill up a few generators at some tower sites in preparation for the storm. So get a full load of this stuff on and I'll take this, and then Trevor can go back up on the hill and keep working at what he's doing up there. But this stuff here, yeah, we definitely gotta haul this stuff out. This is just ugly, nasty stuff. The water's not like deep, but man, is it ever flowing. We did get some pretty good rain here earlier and rain all week, but we've got a lot of rain coming this weekend, so I want these culverts cleaned out and you know, doing what they're supposed to do before that rain hits Friday night, the really heavy rain. Well, I'm on my way to the pit to dump a load of slop off. And man, it has been raining all day. It's been raining all week. And we don't even have the storm yet. The storm's not coming until the weekend. And there is nowhere for the water to go right now in Nova Scotia. The ground is so saturated and the water table is so high that it just can't absorb any more rain. It's unreal. I have never seen a summer like this. We have like 3 to 4 times as much rain this year as what we normally have, what we normally get. And it is like, man, it's hard doing groundwork, I can tell you, especially, you know, like foundations and septics and whatnot, because in a lot of spots, you get down like a foot and a half, 2 feet, and you're into water. And you're fighting it the whole time. Not to mention, like, just trying to work when it's raining, doing groundwork. So that just creates another mess of its own. Not even talking about like how saturated the ground is, but anyway, I don't know. I guess I was hoping for a dry September, but it's not happening right now. We had a week where it didn't rain pretty much. Like, it rained a little, but not a lot. Now it's back to 2023 again. Yes, sir. That is a load of slop right there. That truck just crawls up out of everything. I would not probably have come down here with my Sterling. This thing, absolute full lockup. She just climbs right out. There, look, raining again. Oh, another load on, and it is downpouring right now. Now they're saying that we could have severe thunderstorms this afternoon. We could get 30 millimeters of rain in a couple hours this afternoon. So that's gonna be it for me for today. I just got a call, and there's a road that needs to get fixed up by tomorrow at noon. So we won't be here tomorrow. Me and Trevor will head in with the skid steer and the dump truck to do that. So I'm gonna go dump this load off at the pit and then head to the quarry, get a load of gravel, and fill up the truck so it's ready to go for the morning. Probably not in that order. I'll probably fill the truck up and then go dump and then get the load. But anyway, yeah, so that's how quickly plans can change. But this here ditch is working good. The water's all cleared up now, so that's good to see. Man, oh man, this rain is crazy. All right, well, here we are back on this job. It's all finished now. First thing we did, well, not first thing, but starting from the actually where we finished off on the way in, we put a culvert in here. There used to be no culvert in here at all, so the water would come down off the hill or collect in this ditch and get to here, and then it had nowhere to go. So underneath here there's actually a culvert, and then we put some crusher dust down, fix this all up, put some crusher dust down, excuse the horse poop. And then we placed a culvert down here because they had their culvert right here, and this is not the lowest point. You can see it's still coming down, and then it's coming this way as well. This actually is the lowest point, so we placed the culvert in here, just left it barely open on the outside end, lined it all with clear stone. So now you can see, so their culvert is like where the back of the truck is over there. It's still coming down, and it's also higher here and coming this way. So this is the lowest point. So this is now where the culvert is. We take that water away, and then we continue just fixing up the road going down through here. The area here used to be a bit of a mess. All the water comes down off the hill here, and their clear stone and their ditch just stopped. So their ditch stopped back here, and the water would hit that and just come over the road. It wouldn't even get to the culvert. So we cleaned that out, lined it all with rock, cleaned this out so it's got more of a catch basin before it trickles through, and lined that all with rock. So you can see it's catching the stone, it's cleaning it out as it comes down off the hill, and then it's going out over here with nice clean water. And then again it hits that check dam and then slows down as it goes instead of rushing right through. So here we just fixed up the road with some crusher dust, but here we cleaned this ditch out. This wasn't clean at all. You can see that part in the video. So we cleaned it all out so it comes over to the clear stone, catches the clear stone. A lot of water comes down here, it catches here. We just lined the front here with clear stone so it cleans the mud out. You can see how high the water was in the stone there. Now it's come down. So it comes down off this hill here really hard, because that's where the road washed out before. It was over here. So I had the advantage of obviously coming in behind and seeing that after the fact, so I'm lucky as far as that goes. But it comes down where we stopped the ditching. It comes right rushing down through here in rainstorms like a brook, where you can see how the grass is laid over. You can see how it's laid over. So there's a pretty good flow of water that comes down here at certain times. So anyway, we got this cleared out, and we kind of lined the bank a bit with some rocks to keep it all in this ditch. Catches the clear stone, cleans itself out as it goes through the ditch, the culvert down on the other side. So here, there was like a blockage here. There's an old road, but there's never been a culvert in here. So the water used to collect here big time, and then if it's out, at times it did come across the road. But this is also more of a point where now they can get access to their land, because it was too wet and soupy to get through there with their tractor, and it looks like they've actually already used it, so that's good. Again, the 2 to 4 inch crusher dust on top, and then fix this up out here. But up here is where the real work took place, that's for sure. So yeah, lots of ditching. So now we've got some adequate ditches here, lots of water going to be flowing. You can see that they've been used all the way up the hill. Ditch, crusher dust down. Yeah, looking so much better, looking so good. Did a runoff over here on this side. So here, this top field, they accessed this through here. So there was a culvert in here, but it was completely plugged off and their access was completely wiped out. So they weren't able to get up here with the horses, with the tractor or anything. So we obviously cleaned the ditch out, lined it with clear stone, and fixed up the top, and then put some crusher dust down. So again, so their horses can get up through here, and you can see that they have been using it. And then up this way, continued the ditching. Obviously fix everything up down that way, but coming up here, continued the ditching all the way up the hill with the check dams. So all the way up and around to the top of the tower. Yeah, so there's a lot of ditching, that's for sure. We've had some heavy rain since we did this job, and it's basically looking exactly the way it was when we left. And that is what I want to see. That's for sure. Yeah, it's looking great. Trevor took the lead on this one. He did a fantastic job, that's for sure. And here we are, up to the tower. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one. It took us a few days to do, that's for sure. I had to jump off this job and come back on it. We had the hurricane. The hurricane didn't mess it up. Nothing happened to it. It's still looking fantastic. The customer's happy. The landlord for the road here is happy. Everybody's happy. So I'm happy. Anyway, that's gonna do it, folks. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.